I'm a meditation and yoga teacher, and several friends have suggested that I begin making little videos of meditations. So this is my initial attempt. I think the first question to consider in meditation is something that's very, very fundamental to just our existence. What is it that gets us into the frame to begin to think about these bigger questions? And so it's this simple matter of existence. And so the question I often come back to is, what is this? It's the most fundamental question that any of us could ask. And in reality, none of us really know. None of us really know what's going on. One day we just become conscious as babies, or as a toddler, and we're just kind of thrown into this life. And none of us really know what it's about. There are several theories and there's several belief systems and things like this, and we all do our best, but really none of us know what's going on. And so I think this is a really, really important place to start, is admitting that we don't know what's going on. Even if we think we do, it's nice to pretend that we don't. And just sitting in that space is a really, really, really good place to be. Because this is the ultimate question. And when we open to the ultimate question, then what opens up is possibility. When we become open and comfortable with possibility, when we become open to and even welcoming to not landing somewhere, we go inward and we find something else. We find something eternal, infinite. We find new ground and what is often termed a groundless ground. It is within this space that we are trying to land in meditation. So though there are practices for concentration, there are practices to observe, sometimes there's just sitting. And this is actually where I started in my formal meditation practice in the Zen tradition, where all we did was just sit. You're not given any prompts, you're not given any techniques, you're just right there, raw, bare, just you and your own mind. And so perhaps maybe that's where we start with these initial meditations. So, to begin, just finding a comfortable seat in a chair or on the ground. And what we want to feel here is the lower body rooting in some way. So whether it's on a chair or the ground again, just something that's comfortable. So we don't have to sit in full lotus. We don't have to sit in half lotus. We don't have to sit in any particular way. Just some place that's comfortable. Now the upper body is different. The upper body we actually want to be very similar. So the lower body is variable. The upper body, we want a nice lifted spine. We want a lift out of the crown. And none of this is aggressive. It just keeps a sense of awakeness in the body. And so the spine is lifting, the crown is lifting, and then the shoulders kind of fall off the spine, off the body. And the eyes can close, or perhaps the eyes are a little bit open. Sometimes it can be a little ungrounding, a little scary to keep the eyes closed. And just begin with your breath, just finding a nice, easy, simple, relaxed breath. And just begin by asking yourself the question, What is this? What is this life? How did I get here? Not seeking an answer, allowing the question to take you to a place that's more open. And so just like I mentioned before, it's a groundless ground. The questions are designed to open us up, to feel into what is this? How did I get here? It is in not seeking a definitive answer that we begin to feel more comfortable. We begin to blend into life, blend into the environment. Can we hold an open question, not arriving in a judgment or an opinion? What is this? How did I get here? If you start to overthink, or sometimes these questions can bring up a little bit of stress, just come back to the breath, the simplicity of the breath, in and out. What is this? How did I get here? Allow the question to soften and open, not contracting around, but allowing the question to dissolve barriers, to open up into life. When we stop seeking answers, we begin to not need answers all the time. Just a few more moments here, just feeling into breath, feeling into the question. What is this? What is this life? How did I get here? Where is it going? And then just take a nice big inhale and a long exhale. And again, big inhale. On the exhale, just open your eyes if they're closed just a little bit, receiving light, receiving vision. Thank you for watching. Hopefully this meditation is helpful. And again, if feelings of tension or stress start to arise, just coming back to the simplicity of the breath. But most importantly, holding this open question, making your life a contemplation.